TikTok's all just this.
That's all of TikTok right there. That's TikTok.
Way to really endure ourselves to the youth.
Yeah, we're, well, yeah.
Specs McGillicuddy.
Whoa, hey, don't make fun of me. Don't call me Four Eyes.
Here from the 1950s with a breaking news update.
Here we go. The man has landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong has landed on the moon, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, did you say the man has...
The man, Neil Armstrong. Well, he was a man.
He was, yeah.
He was the man at the time. If it wasn't staged.
All right, so I think we're going to learn something this show. That's right, Craig. That's for another show.
That's right.
This is Sports Night with Jay and Dan, brought to you by McDonald's.
I was just having they're just reading glasses, but I was, my eyes were tired. I was like, I'm going to throw these on. And I think I look pretty smart. For the first time ever.
Indulge us with some wisdom.
Well, this is it, Dan. The Edmonton Oilers in Nashville, looking for a season sweep of the Predators. You wouldn't have got that information without these specs. Wouldn't have happened. Edmonton 4 points back of Vegas for first in the Pacific, 2 games in hand. Huge game on Monday night. First period, Connor McDavid to Tyler Ennis to Josh Archibald for his 11th. McDavid's got his 90th point of the season. And then with under 30 seconds to go in the period, another milestone for Leon.
Now Bear takes over. Way out high, McDavid. Diagonal feed, and they score! Tough angle. And Draisaitl is struck again. His 40th goal of the season. His 103rd point.
That play-by-play guy sounded like an old-timey play-by-play guy. Draisaitl's got 40, McDavid 60 assists. Predators tied at 2. Draisaitl to the Nuge, down low to Kailer Yamamoto. Scores his first game after missing 3 with an ankle injury. Then with under 2 minutes to go in the period, McDavid loses his footing. Jared Tenorti over the top there, and McDavid, you get the feeling, still dealing with injuries, but he would make a huge impact in the third period. McDavid in the corner. To the point.
On the attack.
Snipes it past Pecorine. And by snipes it, I mean just shoots a wrist shot through a ton of people. Third point of the night. 35 seconds after that. The Nuge to Yamamoto. And what a beautiful feed to Draisaitl for his second of the game and 41st of the season. And they keep it coming. Darnell Nurse. This one will get through to McDavid. McDavid will find Zach Kassian, who scores his 15th of the season. 4 points for McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. He beats Pecorine for his second career hat trick. It's 7-3 Oilers. But Draisaitl's not done.
To McDavid. Chase on out in front as the puck comes to Draisaitl, and now he's got the Texas hat trick. 4 goals for Leon Draisaitl. Wow, what a night for number 29.
Quinner on the call. Draisaitl scores his last 3 goals, 4 minutes, 38 seconds apart. 5th fastest in Oiler history. A lot of Edmonton fans in Nashville had a terrific time. Rene was not one of them. McDavid and Draisaitl, 5-point nights. Draisaitl, a new career high with 107 points. Edmonton sweeps the Preds this season. Yeah, let me just tell you this, Dan. Leon Draisaitl, look at the list of Oiler greats that he is joining here.
Yes.
With his second 40-goal season of his career. Third career 5-point game Monday, by the way. And his 107 points are 13 more than Connor, who has missed some time with injury.
Okay, as I was saying, Avs and Wings, the only other game, Michael in the NHL. Michael Hutchison, 30th birthday, makes his Colorado debut, acquired in the trade deadline, at the trade deadline. Wow, what a brutal start for me. 5 minutes in, Dylan Larkin cuts into the middle, shoots Hutchison, awkward save, can't find a loose puck. Anthony Mantha puts it in. Hutchison can't recover in time before the loose puck is buried. Just the second shot for Detroit is going with the all-white mask. Paint job not done in time. Tied at 1 in the second. Gabriel Landeskog heads up, makes a stretch pass, sees the hit coming, gets it to Logan O'Connor. Who? He's from Missouri City, Texas, second of his career. Captain took a big hit, but the Avs take the lead. 9 seconds of the period. Team's playing 4-on-4. Avs turn it over. Mantha. He's got a breakaway. Hachi stays with him, makes the save, preserves the lead. Hutch in the third.
He missed it. Larkin gets through Eric Johnson. Centering pass, saved by Hutchinson. Mantha's going to be seeing that white mask in his nightmares. Avs dump it back in.
Hutchinson, 17 saves in his debut. Avs win their season-high 7th straight. That guy deserves some puck luck. That's good to see that Hutchinson picks up a win. Oilers, they're within 2 points of Vegas in the Pacific, still have a game in hand. They play the Knights twice more this season. Jets tied with the Preds for the final wildcard spot, but they have played 2 more games. Tuesdays, Winnipeg hosting the Sabres, Oilers and Dallas and Vegas host the Devils, and the Preds are in Minnesota.
I've got a question for you. Is it possible that the Milwaukee Bucks could finish the season even stronger than they started? I mean, it makes you wonder. It really does. I mean, you really have to speculate it. They've been dominant all season, but lately 6 straight wins by an average of 18 points a game. I mean, these Bucks are unbelievable, except they did lose once to the Heat this season. They won 20 of 22 overall. They're 52-8. That is the 4th best 60-game start in NBA history. Kelly Olynyk, Canadian, for 3. Brook Lopez just sort of gave up on that one. Heat were 11 of 20 from deep in the first half. Giannis Antetokounmpo coming off a 41-point performance on Sunday. Jimmy Butler defending him here. Antetokounmpo misses the jumper. Heat go the other way, and Giannis not hustling back on D. My dad says you don't work hard enough on defense. Giannis' struggles continued. Admittedly here, though, he is quadruple teamed. Giannis had 13 points, matched a season low. Overall, the Bucks just 89 points. That's a season low. This nice passing play finished off by Bam Adebayo, the Heat All-Star. The Heat are, in fact, the only team to beat the Bucks twice this season. The Bucks have been dominant all season, except when they play the Heat. And they play one final time in the regular season. That will be March the 16th. Milwaukee will host Miami, trying to avoid that season sweep.
Rockets and Knicks opening tip. James Harden giving up 4 inches to Taj Gibson. Who wins it?
Milwaukee Bucks. They just don't have the length, athleticism, and defenders that the Bucks
Harden.
to close out on 3-point shooters opponents.
What can't he do? Play defense? Oh, first quarter. R.J. Barrett, untouched right down the lane, one-handed. James Harden right in his face. Barrett hits from 3. He scored a first-half career-high 19 points. New York led by as many as 21 in the half, fourth quarter. Harden defending Bobby Portis. Tries to draw the charge. No dice. Chris Rock refuses to age. New York by 9.
He's got a little gray coming in. Little gray.
The beard changes direction, absorbs the contact, gets the Euro step to fall for a 3-point play. Next possession, Russell Westbrook leaves for wide open Harden. He dropped a career high 61 points in his last visit to MSG. He had 35 in this visit. Under 2 to play. New York by 4. Westbrook drives. And this is a hard throwdown. Westbrook's career best 31st consecutive game scoring 20 or more points. Only Harden has more in a Rockets uniform. Final seconds of this one. Knicks by 1. Barrett drives. Banks the runner off glass and in. The Canadian ties his career high with 27 points. New York by 4. After free throws cut it to 2. Houston, one final chance.
4.6 to go in it. Covington to Westbrook. Westbrook for the tie. No!
The Rockets suffer their first loss at MSG since January 2009.
Bad losses this season. Wow.
Grizzlies and Hawks. Memphis started this game 0 for their first 11. There's another miss here, but there's Ja Morant coming off a 27-point, 14-assist performance against the Lakers. And a nice shout-out from LeBron. Josh Jackson in transition. What happens here? He does not dunk the basketball. He goes up. He sends it that way.
Get it back on Morant.
Not good.
Dribble it off his foot.
How about Morant? Let's see.
Morant to the
Got to give Ja Morant Rookie of the Year, don't you? Like, if Zion had played the whole season, it might be different.
third field goal, Morant.
But Morant actually did not have the best game. Just 6 points in the first half. Scores here. Finished with 13 points in a Grizzlies victory.
Kind of froze the defense for a second.
Mavs and Bulls. Luka Doncic and the Mavs without Western Conference Player of the Week. Kristaps Porzingis due to a knee injury. Luka back in the lineup after missing Sunday's game with a thumb injury. He's looking okay. Picks up one of his 9 assists. You want to see a solo effort? Almost loses the ball on the double team, so Luka. He resets. Clock winding down.
3 seconds to shoot.
The floater falls. Mavs up 11 at that. 22 seconds to go. Bulls are up 8. Brutal turnover on the inbound. Max Kleber lays it in. And then the Bulls with another turnover. Dorian Finney-Smith with a 3. Final possession, 2-point game now. Luka with a chance to win it. From the half. No!
Oh, pretty close.
Very close. Finished with 23 points as the Bulls do hang on. Still to come, could the NHL put the E-brakes on the E-bug? The latest from the GM meetings in Boca next.
Well, let's walk over to the other set.
Now you can see where you're going.
Yeah, because before I would have walked over and I'd just been like, hey, here we go. Let's start talking about something. Just walk right into that. But now I won't do that. Oh, that hurt a little bit. Okay. Oh, this is nice over here now. This is beautiful. I didn't realize how nice this was. These chairs. Okay, let me just look through these. Now I can read the notes that G-Bone wrote for us. Great. Well, the Leafs welcome Morgan Riley, Cody Ceci, and Ilya Mikheyev back to practice Monday. First time all 3 players have participated in practice since sustaining their injuries. None of them will play on the team's 3-game California road trip. But head coach Sheldon Keefe did say Riley and Ceci will be evaluated on a day-to-day basis when the team returns back to Toronto. As for Mikheyev, a bit more long-term, but for him, Keefe said it appears he will be back at some point this season.
Yeah, and they did take the trip with the team. Soupy's going to get the call, Freddie Anderson, after starting 7 straight. Jack Campbell gets the call on Tuesday. Okay. His first game action since winning in Ottawa, February 15th.
And Rasmus Sandin, healthy scratch in San Jose Tuesday. Timothy Liljegren will take his spot with Calle Rosen. That's your Buds update.
Patty Laine missed Saturday's game against the Oilers after blocking a shot Thursday against the Capitals. Winnipeg tied with Nashville and Arizona for the second wildcard spot in the West. They kick off a 3-game homestand Tuesday against the Buffalo Sabres. Okay.
So the Jets. Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe we can bring up the West standings as Toolsy's talking about the Jets here. We're just going to grab him here in a second. But a couple of things about the Jets. Josh Morrissey back in a regular practice jersey. So he's probably coming back. Adam Lowry, yeah, go ahead, throw up that Adam Lowry, Matthew Perreault, Mark Letestu, non-contact jerseys. So the Jets starting to get healthy.
Those games in hand, though.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? Vancouver and Nashville have those 2 games in hand, but you really have to give Paul Maurice credit for the job he has done with the Winnipeg Jets this season, because the fact that they are still very much in this wild card race, very much in it, is pretty impressive, considering the banged-up team, the defensive situation that we all know about. Sorry, you looked like you were going to say something.
Well, I was waiting for you to finish. 27 years ago Monday, Teemu Selanne scored 3 times to break the NHL rookie goal-scoring record with 54, finished the season with 76.
Yeah.
Just wanted to go back in the time machine for a second.
Timu. I was thinking about what G-Bone, I think, or Hound Dog had for us yesterday about the fact that Timu scored over 230 goals after he turned the age of 35. So Ovi, he's got that record. For sure. Absolutely. Hey, Marcus Högberg has returned to his native Sweden for family reasons. The Sens goalie won his last start against the Red Wings Saturday. Högberg, 5-7-8 and 20 starts this season. So in a corresponding move, the Sens recalled goaltender Philip Gustafsson from their AHL affiliate in Belleville.
Yeah, and Anders Nilsson, man, you got to feel for the guy. Still sidelined with a concussion. Still no timetable for his return.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Sens in Pittsburgh on Tuesday.
Yeah, 10 games in the NHL on Tuesday. You've got
Let's crank this music.
Canadians. The Isles. Habs on TSN. So Brian Mudryk. Oh, no, Brian Mudryk will be at the Brier, so he won't have that call.
No.
Mystery
It'll be
broadcaster.
Michael Whalen.
Michael Whalen. Sens and Pens. I think you got a little Gord Miller on that one, probably.
That's going to be Brent Wallace in his play-by-play debut.
And Jets on TSN. Dennis Bayak will have that one.
No, that's going to be Derek Taylor. He's coming in from Regina for that one.
Josh Anderson had surgery to repair a tear in his shoulder Monday. He's expected to make a full recovery in 4 to 6 months. He only had a goal and 3 assists in 26 games this season.
Yeah. Such a fascinating player because he was on a lot of our, I think Frank Saravalli had him on the trade bait boards with the thought that maybe he would be healthy by the end of the season, but he had 27 goals last year.
Yeah.
Like, had a real breakout season last year.
Not so much this.
Not so much this year. So maybe when he gets healthy, comes back, he'll be better next year. NHL GMs there in Florida. Lots of topics, including the emergency backup goaltender.
Yep.
What did they decide on that? Let's find out. Rashad, no ties.
Thank you very much. Alongside Pierre LeBrun, Frank Saravalli, and Darren Dreger. It was quite the week or so for David Ayres after coming in and putting on an incredible performance. A lot of people wondered, Frank, if heading into these meetings, maybe the NHL would put their foot down on the fun a little bit, but after some discussions today, sounds like it's going to be status quo.
Yeah, that's right. In case you were worried that the NHL was going to be the fun police, well, keeping their tasers in the holster in this case because they've decided in their breakout session today that there's really no reason for change. They believe that the emergency backup goalie procedure and protocol is working as designed. They said since Roberto Luongo went down with an injury in 2016, that was the real impetus for change, that it's only happened twice that they've needed to call an emergency backup into a game in over 6,200 games. So they think that there's going to be a little bit more time spent from teams making sure that they have the right emergency backup goaltender. Perhaps some teams continuing to do additional tryouts, but there's 136 goaltenders on the emergency backup list that are approved to play, and so they think that that's just fine for now.
The goal of the year in the opening weekend of the MLS season. Not bad at all. Well, all right. That sound means it's time for another quiz. Since yesterday's first edition went so well. Welcome our returning contestant, Jay. You a big soccer guy?
Sure.
Correct. Okay, is your favorite international soccer player Salanta Bushlavigny?
That's not a real person.
Correct. Okay, didn't get you. Top 10s, you like those?
Most.
Perfect.
Man, we are great athletes. Who delivered? Brought to you by McDelivery.
Move that puck around.
Leon Draisaitl. First 4-goal game of his career, added an assist in a big win over the Preds on Monday. Draisaitl scored multiple goals in each of his last 5 games against Nashville, dating back to October of 2018. He is the league's leading scorer, and he delivered big time.
Spring ball, it's going on for another 3 months. Pirates and Jays. Shoemaker making his first appearance since suffering a season-ending ACL tear last April. Struck out a pair in the first and the second. Punches out a couple more. 33-year-old had a 1.57 ERA in 5 starts before his first season with the Jays was cut short. Bottom 2 with 1 on. Danny Jansen. Man on, ball gone. Second of the spring. 2-0 Jays. Shoemaker top 3. It's Jake Elmore swinging. Shoemaker struck out 5 over 2 2/3, scoreless in his return. Jays win.
This is fun. The Cubs taking on their former manager, Joe Madden, and the Angels. ESPN had Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant mic'd up.
Hey, by the way, just real quick, can you guys each look at your hats? Because you're not wearing the same hats.
We wear what we want. No, I think I'm the only one on the team that does it. I just look ridiculous in this spring training hat. But you guys called me out on it on national TV, so
I'm sorry.
Rizzo. He's funny.
Do that once a week.
I loved it.
That
was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, this is kind of strange. Jose Bautista is going to, well, he has spent the winter working out as a pitcher in hopes of returning to the bigs as a two-way player. He's reportedly been seen throwing his fastball upwards of 94 miles an hour. 39-year-old last played in 2018 as an outfielder where he had 13 home runs in 122 games. He played for the Braves, the Mets, then ended up with the Phillies. And Marcus Stroman said, Bautista, he's seen him throw. He could fit into a major league bullpen, he said.
That would be unbelievable. Also, Bautista, Jeff Passan of ESPN reported Bautista will play first base for the Dominican Republic team that's trying to qualify for the Olympics in Tokyo this summer. The Astros sign-stealing scandal continues to make waves in spring ball. Cincinnati Reds pitcher Trevor Bauer was having a little fun with it.
I don't know if that little flip, it generally is a sign when a pitcher's warming up in between innings, when he just flips the glove out like towards the batter, that he's telling his catcher it's going to be a fastball. He has gone that motion. There's another one. 3, now 4 times in a row, and every one of them have been fastballs.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, here comes a changeup.
You have an answer for this?
In fact, I do. You know, Trevor and I are good friends, and if you follow baseball this offseason, there's a little thing going on with sign stealing. So Trevor's not too fond of it, so he figured he's going to try something new this season, and he's going to start telling the batters what's coming, and that way there's no, you know, no ifs, ands, or buts about what's going on. Just here it comes, try to hit it.
Wow. Well, he put a charge into one. I'm not sure I would recommend it throughout the season. One batter was fun, though.
Yeah, his fastball was playing up, and he looked good. And we'll see. You never know. Trevor's always going to do something nuts.
Yes, he is. We here at Canada Sports Leader are proud to announce the newest member of the TSN team.
Hi, everybody. Josie Altidore from Toronto FC, and I'm thrilled to be hosting SportsCenter Wednesday night, 6 p.m. with Rod Smith. Don't miss it.
Yeah, Toronto FC striker and MLS Cup champs going to co-host alongside Rod Smith on Wednesday's early edition of SportsCenter. He's going to help Rod read highlight packs, interview guests, and set up the SportsCenter Top 10.
Wow.
It's going to work with the legend who is Rod Smith.
Best, our favorite ever, Rod Smith.
When I first came here, I had to do an audition, and I did with Rod.
You must have been very nervous.
Oh, I was garbage, but he held my hand. Not literally, figuratively.
Rod is, you know, in all sincerity, he's our favorite anchor. We just love him so much, but he's never invited us to co-host with him on a Wednesday.
Plus, it's way too early in the day.
Yeah, it's too early for us. Dan, it is the beginning of March, and you know what that means?
New interns?
Yes, somehow it does mean new interns. And as happens every time we have a new intern, I sit down with them for a very important intern interview in a segment we call The Intern View. Thank you for joining me here in producer Tim's office.
No, thank you for having me.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
State your name and worst fear.
My name's Paul Ananitis, and my worst fear, probably Leafs losing to backup goalies.
All right. Just before you started this interview, you went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Who told you you could do that?
Myself.
Don't think you're going to last long here. Which TSN show did you really want to intern on? And be honest.
Probably Hockey Night on TSN.
Yeah, that's not a real show. There's no such show as Hockey Night on TSN. Okay. Give me a nickname.
Paulie.
That's your name with a Y on it.
Yep.
That's also your nickname as well?
Yep.
So now we both have the same nickname. Boomsies. Nickname buddies.
I mean, I wouldn't see why, but...
I wouldn't see why.
Probably have the same nickname.
You gave me that nickname.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Finish this sentence. I like producer Tim because
he hired me in order to graduate.
He did not. You were forced upon him. We got an email from a different department that said if you didn't get an internship, you wouldn't graduate. We felt sorry for you. You came in here, you used the bathroom when we told you not to, and you gave me the nickname Polly. A lot of things went wrong here, but he did not hire you. Okay? Okay, now you can go to the bathroom.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. Okay, I can go now.
Yeah. Good luck in there.
Thanks, I'll try.
Polly.
That was good. Polly's going to do well here. He's going to Ryerson, where I went to school. And I even graduated. You know why? Glasses.
Rye? No, I can't say that. They don't call it that anymore.
I can call it Rye High.
Okay.
Rye High for life, baby. We don't have like a sign.
Probably. R's are
Get me to do an R with anyway.
Nah.
When we come back, a light night on the sports schedule. I don't know if you could tell. So many plays, though, to choose from for producer Tim's favorite segment. You know what that is? That's the Jannies, and it's next. Jannies. Edmonton and Nashville. Mike Smith. Been very good for Edmonton as of late. Keeps Nashville off the board with the behind-the-back save. Here it is, right there.
Doesn't have his stick. Ekholm to the net, a diving block. Beautifully made.
Russell Westbrook, one of the most exciting players in the NBA, shows you why and how. You know who can't believe it? James Harden.
Let's go back to Nashville. It's the Nuge. Nuge had lost in the 5-point nights for Draisaitl and McDavid. The Nuge had a 3-point night. Finds Kyler Yamamoto. Leon that was Leon's 1 assist and an Oilers win.
Jazz and Cavs, Larry Nance Jr. No guy. Used with permission. Botches the one-handed Dunkarini.
Bucks and Heat, Goran Dragic. The knee below the belt on George Hill. Next possession, Giannis runs into Dragic with Hill still down. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think How about the hustle from Lonnie Walker? Dives to the ground, fights for a loose ball, surrounded by 3 Pacers, still manages to get to it. And then finds Rudy Gay, wide open finish.
The former Raptor. NC State Duke. Cassius Stanley. Watch this one. Duke with a bit of a revenge victory over the Wolfpack on Monday.
At the Briar, Saskatchewan taking on BC. 10 pence. Saskatchewan down 3. Matt Dunstone with a hammer. Dunstone with a beauty run-back triple for the big 4-ender. Saskatchewan with a comeback win on the final shot.
Unbelievable.
Dunstone is fired up.
That was Mudryk on the call. So I said he wouldn't be at the Habs game because
he's calling all those day draws. Yeah.
He's like the Deion Sanders of broadcasting.
Yeah.
Hockey, curling.
Or yeah, that's right, exactly. Or the Bo Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to see the highlight of the night?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I lost it. I saw a glimpse of myself with my glasses, so I got distracted. I'll tell you something, guys. I put my glasses on this morning. I said, you know who I'd like to have on the podcast this week? The legendary TSN play-by-play man Chris Cuthbert, who called the golden goal 10 years ago at Vancouver 2010. He joins us on the Jay and Dan podcast, brought to you by McDonald's.
Worst play of the day, Grizz and Hawks. Former Dawson Creek star Josh Jackson.
Takeaway.
Dawson Creek.
Missed the jam. Boy, that doesn't say everything about this first half.
Messed up there.
Highlight of the night. Okay, here we go. It's the Battle of the Brads at the Briar.
Labrador
in Kingston, Brad Jacobs, the angle raised double to score 4.
Ontario sitting to hold it. Angle it back. Gonna get it. Bang! Oh, and away it goes. goes, and there they are. 1,
And Vic is.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Vic and Brian are so good on these calls.
Before we get to You Blew It, let's do Now Are They Related? It's a surprise one.
Oh.
You and Tom Hanks. From what movie's that? Catch Me If You Cans.
I'll take it. I'll take it. He's got a couple Oscars. He was in Bosom Buddies. It's time for our popular You Blew It segment where we point out our many mistakes. This list compiled by Rising Star here at SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, Andrew Zwarich. Dan, you blew it. You tried reading the Avalanche highlights during the Oilers highlights.
I was so excited
board.
to get to them, yeah.
You struggled to speak, just as I just did, during the Avs highlights. And I apparently blew it because I wasn't wearing my glasses during the intern view. But that was done before the show. So it was more casual when we're hanging out.
So is this going to be an everyday look now?
I don't know. I guess that's for the viewers to decide.
Actually, you decide that.
Give me your 5-year plan in 3 words or less.
On-air host.
I don't see that for you.